The NBA Cup has come down to this. It is time for the final between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Oklahoma City Thunder. And here today on the Board YouTube channel presented by FanDuel, we're going to be taking you through the game and hearing from PipsNBA for his best bets. Let's get right into things. Big game today in Vegas. Who knows? Down the line, the NBA Cup could mean a lot to these teams, especially for teams that maybe aren't playing for as much, but that shouldn't be the case for these two teams. Both of these teams come into this game not only wanting to win this one, but with title aspirations definitely at the end of the season. So we're going to be covering everything that you need to know ahead of the game, especially from a betting perspective. So drop a like and subscribe to the channel for more NBA betting content right here again on the Board YouTube channel. Pips, we'll go over to you first of all. Why don't we start off by talking about the semifinals that we saw, because it'll give us a good indication of what we are set to see here. The Milwaukee Bucks played off against the Atlanta Hawks in a pretty competitive game. It was a close game. It was a good watch as well, but they came through 110-102 in the end here. What did you see from the Bucks here that helped them get over the line?
They just stayed committed to the game. They played a good team ball. Giannis had an incredible game on defensive side, 4 blocks, one of the best we ever seen. On the Capella one late into the game that actually sealed the game, it was incredible. Hawks played great basketball. I would say like they played real well. They just didn't get their shots falling from some of the guys. Yeah, like you can win that game with shooting. Like 3-pointers are actually kind of good for them, but on the 2-pointers they were really struggling. Like the Brook Lopez and Giannis did like everything to stop them from scoring inside. You can check at the under Hunter numbers for the Hawks. That's where the game was won. He was 2 from 10 from the twos, mostly on the rim, and yeah. Late into the game, he had like a couple of drives that were not called foul, even though in the regular season they would be called fouls. He couldn't finish, and Dyson Daniels missed wide open 3, Jalen Johnson missed wide open 3, and that was it. So the Bucks are heavily trying to defend the rim, collapsing inside and don't allow much. This will be an interesting matchup against the Thunder with J-Dub and Shea being heavy drivers to the rim.
Yeah, the Hawks just, especially first half, they just couldn't get the shots to fall. Even with Ajax, Andre Jackson was dealing with foul trouble, so they had him off the court. He's one of the main guys defensively for the Bucks. First half, AJ Green had a big first half, which was helpful for the Bucks to maintain that advantage. In the end, they get over the line, use their experience to their advantage there. The NBA Cup final is here with FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. You can catch this and all of the action around the league, because right now, FanDuel is giving everyone 3 months of NBA League Pass, and all you have to do to catch every tip-off and buzzer beater around the league is place any $5 bet on the NBA. And on top of this, for a limited time, new customers get $5 get $150 in bonus bets if your first bet wins. So next time you get a hunch on who's going to win or how much a player will score, especially with a big game like the NBA Cup final here, bet it on FanDuel and watch your picks come to life live with League Pass. Just visit FanDuel.com/board to get 3 months of League Pass, courtesy of FanDuel, the official sportsbook partner of the NBA. Must be 21 plus and present 6 states for Kansas affiliation with Kansas Star Casino, or 18 plus and present in D.C. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued now with withdrawable bonus bet will expire 7 days after receipt. After 3 months free trial, the full price of League Pass will be automatically charged monthly. Cancel anytime. No refunds. Terms, restrictions, and embargoes apply. Limit 1 pass per customer. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit fanduel.com/RG. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut or visit mdgamblinghelpline.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts, or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York. We'll go to the other side where we had 2 relatively inexperienced teams for big games like this one. The Oklahoma City Thunder came through against your Houston Rockets, 111-96. Another case of not making shots here. Şengün didn't shoot well. Dylan Brooks didn't shoot well. Fred VanVleet once again shoots very poorly, 111 from 3. Jalen Green once again shoots very poorly. Just not enough here from the Houston Rockets by way of offense. The Thunder They played well. Look, no, don't get it twisted. They played really well here. Isaiah Hartenstein, when he plays, the Thunder are an incredible force, as if they weren't already. But Houston kind of let themselves down a little bit here. What'd you make of this game?
It was really close game. The results are not showing it. Probably the final results they ran away like last 3 minutes of the game. It was a real close game up till the late fourth when they made some threes. Uh, I kind of liked how the Houston played. Like when you look at the efficiency, yeah, the teams in this kind of games, the team that makes more free throws usually wins, and they have 13 free throws edge on the Houston Rockets in a game where they won by 15. Like that's just huge. When shots are not falling, you need to have a guy like Shea to just milk the referees for every free throw. He had 15 free throws in this game. Like I have like someone saying like shit about like free throws, and I get it when the when some soft calls are rewarded and like stuff. I get it, but this game was won because Shea shots weren't falling, so he find the way to get to the line,
Yeah.
and that's how you win these games.
And that's part of being
Yeah.
an efficient player. Houston dominate the possession battle. They are plus 15 in the offensive rebound category. They're plus
Fucking
1
Fred
in
on
the
slate.
turnover category. Yeah, that you can't win shooting 36.5% in the NBA, especially if you're playing against one of the top teams. 3 of
Fucking Fred
15
Van
for Van
Vliet.
Vliet here, man. Not great.
1 on 11 on threes. Like, okay, 2 from 4 on the twos. That's okay. 1-11 from the threes. Man, that's Jalen Green. Even worse. 1 from
1 of
like
8.
he doesn't look worse, but he was worse. Fred VanVleet did took some bombs late into the clock. Jalen Green didn't, and he still was terrible. And this is cute. Jalen Green made 2 layups in the garbage time in the last 30 seconds. So he was terrible, absolutely terrible. And once again, Şengün terrible first half, played decent second half. Uh, yeah, we just young team, no experience in these kind of games, and they got burned. First quarter, absolutely garbage on offense by Şengün, by Jalen Green, but everyone. The Houston best player is Amen Thompson. Once again, like Amen Thompson played both sides incredible. So yeah, future looks really bright. We just need to move from the worst backcourt in the NBA, which is Fred VanVleet and Jalen Green.
Well, go ahead, finish.
I would say the defense was such a high level. Like it was incredible to watch this kind of game with both sides had better defense than the offense. And now in the finals, I don't think we have the same. I think Bucks are much better matchup for the Thunder offense than the heavy switching Houston Rockets. So this should be a decent spot for Shea, but I don't like the line. 32.5 in the finals is rough to cover.
Yeah, so I was gonna say we'll move into the game. Actually, we're talking about here. We've got the Bucks against the Thunder. I know you're very passionate against the Rockets, but the Thunder in action here, -4.5 favorites in a neutral location. It says at Milwaukee. It's a neutral location in Vegas, so no home court advantage. -4.5 for the Thunder. Over under here at 214. You mentioned it's. I don't know, man. First thing that jumps out to me is the total here. Playoff environment for sure. You mentioned specifically in the Atlanta game some stuff that doesn't get called that maybe gets called in a regular season game. The Thunder, not a formidable shooting force from 3. Kind of feels like this total, even though it looks low, is a little bit high. Any opinion there?
Yeah, don't think so. I don't think Bucks can defend at the level as some other teams. Like not like this is like Shea and J-Dub, like great matchup for them, and the overall shooting for the Bucks for the Thunder. I actually think Thunder should be able to cover this, but they have so much size, so Hartenstein will be key. Bucks have Brook Lopez, Giannis, and Portis. Other team just has Hartenstein with the size, so it will be interesting to see how they stop their size. I think this will be also the one that Bucks have huge possession advantage. That's why I'm only afraid to bet the Thunder covering. But overall, yeah, this should be a fun game, close game, and I do think Thunder being maybe covering this.
Yeah,
Uh,
I would favor them
but no
covering
bets
this
on the like
as well.
spread of course. Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll move into the
Uh,
player props here. You mentioned briefly Shea Gilgeous-Alexander points. However, at 32.5, it does feel a touch high. I mean, if you're feeling a 50-point game, you can certainly bet it on FanDuel, presenting sponsor here on the Board YouTube channel. But otherwise, any player props you're looking at for this game or matchups you're looking to attack?
yeah, I do think this is an interesting spot for Brook Lopez. I'm just thinking it out of my head. Like I don't know, is there a line on FanDuel for his points? But I
For
think
Brooke
like
Lopez, it's
this.
8.5.
Yeah, I don't think he should cover this. Uh, he was huge for them against the Hawks. Scored 16 points in that game. Uh, we saw the Houston Rockets getting almost every single offensive rebound against the against this team, and yeah, I think Brook Lopez will be left probably wide open, and they will be helping on drives against the smaller against the Giannis, Middleton, and
So,
Lillard. So let me just check the threes for
so,
Brook
so you
Lopez.
do
One
like
for
Lopez. So you don't like Lopez
yeah.
points?
I'm just trying to decide between points and threes because I think he'll be left wide open and he'll get
Okay.
probably a ton of offensive rebounds. So I'm just looking at this as some sort of chance for big saying parlay. So first off, we'll start with points, and that will be Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, 30 plus points in this one. He had a poor shooting game against Houston, great defense, and he still ended up covering this with going to the line. I think against the Bucks, against drop coverage, against worse backcourt defense, he should be able to cover this without much problems. Then we are adding Brook Lopez over 8.5 points. Steven Adams came off the bench and put some offensive rebounds and was kind of ignored on offense. Just a size problem with the Thunder, and they will need Hartenstein inside to defend the rim against Giannis drives, Lillard drives. So Lopez could be wide open outside and get a couple of putbacks, so should be able to cover this. Then adding Giannis 10 plus rebounds. Yeah, in this one the the Thunder will just look to run back to defense, and Giannis will get a lot of rebounds, and Brook Lopez will be trying to box out Hartenstein. So it should be a lot of easy rebounds for Giannis, and should still get some on the offensive side of the floor. So great spot to Giannis rebounds, and we'll add last leg Giannis 4 plus assist for this one. They'll just collapse heavily onto his stuff, heavily on every drive. Every time he tries to isolate, they will send doubles and he'll hit the shooters. So he should be able to cover this. And overall, we are getting plus 308 for this one. And I like this one for this game. They need Brook Lopez inside to defend the rim against heavy drives. He'll get the minutes. Giannis assist and rebound should be easy. And the last part, Shea needs to have a great game against drop coverage, and against the Rockets they didn't let him. Brooks was doing a really good job on defense, and then Amen Thompson, like Brooks and Amen Thompson for entire game, and he was still able to cover with poor shooting. Yeah, this one should be an easier spot for Shea.
So there we go. There is the official pick for the NBA Cup game today. The final should promise to be an exciting game regardless. We'll add on to the excitement with the bet here. And we're going to FanDuel, the presenting sponsor, once again on the Board YouTube channel. We usually do live streams every weekday morning, 9:45 a.m. Eastern time to cover the daily slate. But for Wednesday, the NBA is off, so are we. So we're back here on the channel on Thursday for a monster slate of NBA games you do not want to miss out on. Make sure you have that notification bell turned on so you can catch that. Subscribe to the channel. Drop a like if you've enjoyed this particular piece of content, the nice special here for the NBA Cup final, and we will see you again next time.